Hello and welcome back to your favourite YouTube detailing channel, where in this video we give my 5 series the very first interior clean since buying the car in February. Now this video is a bit of a hot one and I'm not just talking about me cleaning the gear selector. If you can believe it, I filmed this video on the 11th of June, which if you remember back we were expecting 30-degree weather, but I didn't really have a choice because we were going to Cornwall the next day, so it had to be done. Now this is my very first interior video, so you'll have to let me know in the comments what you think of it. And just a quick reminder, my last video on the channel was the exterior clean of this car, so go and check that out once you've watched this one. Everyone has seen those videos where people are using a compressed air blower or a tornado to blow out all the loose debris or dust from their interior. I really like the idea of that, but the only trouble is I lack both of those things, so I'm having to settle for my warm air blower to accomplish the same thing. So after we've done that, we're going to wind down the windows so we can hit the door card with our interior cleaner of choice, which in this case is Koch Chemie Polestar diluted at 1:9. When I picked up this car, it had obviously been cleaned with something less than ideal. Whatever it was seemed to leave behind a dusty white staining, which you can see clearly below the brushed metal insert on the door. I was really hoping this residue would come off because this shit is all over the inside of the car, all over the leather seats, all over the dash and the door cards. I've heard some horror stories about certain APCs etching a white stain into older interior plastics, so I was hoping and praying that some monster had not ruined the interior of this car with a slap job clean. While I don't know exactly what caused the marks on the interior, I can say that the combination of Polestar and this ParagonMicrofber scrub pad truly saved the day and restored the trim back to its factory condition. I think Polestar is the ultimate interior cleaner. It's pH neutral and can be used on leather, alcantara, fabric, carpets, and I've found it can be used on just about everything else too. And if you're one of those people that love foaming interior cleaners for use with your girlfriend's makeup brush, then this one is also for you. Just be careful when you're using it with an extractor. You'll find that your waste tank is quickly filled up with foam and stops your extractor from extracting. And here we'll just come back in with a warm air blower to make sure we've blasted out any of the extra moisture that we've left behind. Otherwise you'll suffer the wrath of the dry electronics gang in the comment section of your video.
Mate, just because you've got experience cleaning cars doesn't mean you know it's guaranteed fine to put water and high pressure steam into sensitive electronics. Just one of those usual only clap back with, but I meant experienced, when you question their weird practices. Every single smart person knows water is an amazing conductor.
Sorry about that, tangent over. So with the driver's door card now done, time for the footwells. So we'll move the seat back and remove any large debris before removing the floor mat. And I'd just like to add, there's a special place in hell for the person at BMW who chose Velcro mat attachment rather than the male or female hole system pretty much everyone else uses. Another new toy on display here. This is my Bosch Advanced Vac 20 and it's been really quite a welcome upgrade over my long-serving Titan from Screwfix. A welcome upgrade for me here is the longer hose and the locks on the front casters, which help you avoid pulling the vac into your car, which you know, I've definitely never done. Just a quick reminder, if you like what you see on the channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button as it helps tremendously. Driver's seat vac is next on the list. One thing to note here is please be careful with your tip. I mean tip of your crevice tool. Christ, that sounds even worse. If you've had it a while you might notice that it's become sharp and therefore you could risk scratching your leather, so once in a while sand it down with some fine sandpaper to make sure there's no sharp edges. that completed, it's onto the actual clean. Here again we're using a scrub pad and Polestar to remove that white staining on the side of the bolster. Here you'll also see demonstrated the dangers of using such a device. It seems that the bolster has had a poor repair done previously and it started to peel off after using the scrub pad. Maybe this would have happened with a proper leather brush too, but please be careful when using these pads. Let me know in the comments if you've experienced anything like this before. So the centre console isn't actually that dirty, so I've just spritzed the microfiber cloth with a bit of Polestar and just wiped it round to clean. I mentioned in the intro that this video was hot, and you can clearly see it here. Honestly, I picked the worst possible day for it as it was so pissing warm. I opted here for spraying the cleaner onto the cloth as it virtually evaporates straight away in this heat, and I didn't want it drying on the surfaces after spraying. After the bolster scare, I was really gentle on the steering wheel as I didn't want to risk disturbing another potentially poor repair job. The wheel wasn't that bad really, but in the words of MVD, shiny is grimy, but matt is where it's at. So the dash wasn't actually that dirty, and it just had a light layer of dust on it. So I just spritzed Polestar onto a cloth and gave it a quick wipe down. Guys, I'm going to hold my hands up and say that I left this till last. Since I was going to be wet vacuuming the mats, I should have started them first so they had time to dry while I was doing it on the rest of the car. I suppose on a normal day that might have been an issue, but on this day it was so hot it didn't matter. So again, to try and mimic the results from using compressed air or a tornador, I use the blower to try and remove any additional dirt from the mat. Onto the wet vac then. Here I'm just using the Bissell to spray water onto the mat so that I can work in Polestar slightly easier without saturating the mat with cleaner. Then I'm going to scrub the mat with this stiff bristle brush. It's important that you brush in multiple directions, this way you get a really thorough clean. So while the mats are out, we can just finish up using Koch Chemie Freshen Up, which is supposed to be an odour eliminator, and it smells like a citrus. And there's me thinking I was finished. When I opened the boot, I saw this white powder. It's definitely flour. Anyway, this needs to be hoovered up before the suitcase and stuff in went in the next day. And finally, with the mats dry, we can get them back in the car, and that's us done. Right, if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. Please let me know in the comment section below what you thought of the video, and keep an eye out for my next video, which is going to be my wax stock compilation video. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.